What is going on, everybody? Back at it here with another New York Giants video. And in this video, we're going to go over some Week 2 film review. I selected the 3 top plays, in my opinion, from Week 2 for this New York Football Giants team that I think would be best to review here on this little film breakdown. And folks, before I dive into that, make sure to go check us out on all of our social media platforms if you haven't already, on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Big Blue Avenue. Appreciate all the support and everyone who's liked the videos, commented, and tuned in, and that does not go unnoticed. Now, let's get into the meat of this video. We're going to go over 3 plays. So we're going to go over the Daniel Bellinger touchdown, the Daniel Jones scramble that eventually clinched the win for the Giants, and then we'll also go over that Julian Love sack that I happen to really enjoy, as most Giants fans did. But, all right, so here we go. The first play here, this is going to be the touchdown to Daniel Bellinger. I'll share my screen, and we'll get this started. And oops, I almost forgot to plug in. This episode is presented by BetUS. You can sign up with our promo code there at JOIN125. Again, that is JOIN125. Get a 125% sign-up bonus. You can bet on the go, anywhere, anytime, from your mobile device. That is BetUS, where the game begins. America's #1 favorite sportsbook, our proud sponsor. So we're going to share our screen here, and we'll break this down. So as you can see, Daniel Bellinger scores his first touchdown as a rookie. Now, one thing that's very interesting about this play that I think is very important to go over, folks, is how this play develops. So you'll see the pre-snap motion here, which this is just a very good play call by Mike Kafka. It's 2nd and long, and you can see here the Giants have 2 receivers split to the right. They have 1 to the left. They have a running back in the backfield. So you can see the pre-snap motion here. We'll go through the play in full and then break down what happened. There's the grab, the extension, and the touchdown. So if we backtrack just a little bit, you see number 80, Richie James, in motion, right? So the Panthers are running a 4-2-5. And what that is, 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers, and 5 defensive backs. So you could see number 99 is calling out the play so that this defensive back is following Richie James. But the Giants are still stacked heavy on the right side. The Panthers have to be true to a run off the tackle. Now, James is in motion, and that's who the Panthers are accounting for. This guy's eyes are going to be on Daniel Jones. Now, what happens here, you can see Bellinger beginning to slide across the formation. And why this is such a good play, watch the line here, watch David Sills, and then, of course, Jones with the play fake to the running back. The line does their job, right? Daniel Jones still has space, and this side of the field is breaking on that throw, and you could see Bellinger beginning to escape here. These 2 receivers head down field, and the defensive backs will travel with them. So at this point, the one person that recognizes that Jones currently has the ball in his hands is this player right here. Bellinger's already flaring out, and since Daniel Jones is a running threat, you have to stay true. So this defender's in a little trap. Jones lost the ball up beautifully so that only his tight end can make the catch. And you see all the green in front. He's easily going to get the first down. And then 21 is coming. He waits till he gets to the 3-yard line to do the lunge. Now, in this situation, I believe 21 is Jeremy Chin, by the way. If you're not a big guy, like let's say if this is Kadarius Toney, you don't want to do the lunge here at the 3-yard line. But he does. He does the extension and crosses the plane. It's a beautiful job by Daniel Bellinger for that touchdown, a play that was set up by the pre-snap motion by Richie James, and then a beautiful across the formation route run there by Daniel Bellinger that caught the defense off guard, plus the play fake. So there's 3 major takeaways from that play. And this is definitely not a play you would have seen the Giants run last year where they completely fool the opposing defense. All right, let's see what we got. Next up, Giants are going to be up by 3 here. This will be a third down play. The Giants are trying to essentially clinch this football game. I think Carolina has one timeout left at this point. So you can see again, Giants have offset I formation, sort of. You see the single back is Matt Breida. Saquon is not in the game here. Again, it's David Sills, and this looks like Sterling Shepard with Bellinger over here. And then actually that's Saquon right there. So here we go. We're going to watch Daniel Jones and what he does on this play. You see Carolina is stacking the box, right? Because they know the Giants want to milk the clock down. But if you're the Giants, you want to try to get the first down on this play. It's 3rd and 6, and we'll let the play run through and then break down what happens. All right. So there's 2 different looks of this play. We'll start with the first look, right? So here comes the defense. And again, see the tight end's coming in to help here. Saquon's coming in to move towards the right. And the defense still has to stay true because it looks like Matt Breida might be getting the football here. All right. So Matt Breida's heading that way. And they're taking the flat away from Barkley. You see Bellinger starting to flare. And David Sills, you'll see on the second look what happens with him. But Jones has a stare down here with Matt Ioannidis. What does he do? He stutter steps, looks at the lane. Neal does a good job clearing, as you can see, taking that defender with him, number 99. And Jones just follows at center for the first down and for the win. So similar thing here. Keep an eye on David Sills as this play develops. So there's a bootleg, and, Shepard's going deep to take that defender out of the play. And here you could see Sills is waving his hand that he's open. Now, it is a risky play because I believe this is Shaq Thompson, who recently switched his number to 7. So it's a risky play. Now, Shaq Thompson currently has his back turned to the quarterback, but that's not a throw you need to make when you're in a position that the Giants are in. If the Giants are down by 3, you absolutely make that throw. But the fact that the Giants are up by 3, you 100% do not make this throw. You could also risk it with Bellinger, but there's a defender close there, and then there's one over here. But ultimately, Jones makes the right decision, bypassing the crossing pattern on David Sills and takes off himself. Very smart play that wins the Giants this football game. People can say what they want about Daniel Jones, his reads, his delayed reactions to the blitz frequency drawn by opposing defenses, his, turnover issues, almost turnovers, but he's making winning football plays right now, and the Giants are 2-0. There's not too much you can criticize Daniel Jones about right now, in my personal opinion. So, again, and by the way, Daniel Jones did not have the best game. He had one good drive. He had one good drive in that game, and then that drive at the end. So other than that, Jones had his issues, but you're not going to sit here and complain about him because Daniel Jones made winning plays in this football game. He didn't make the flashy plays. He made winning plays. All right, next up, we're going to see what we call Wink's Funhouse. Again, that's what I like to call it. So you can see here, everyone's at the line of scrimmage. A lot of fun for the offensive line, trying to figure out who's coming, who's not. And this is what is awesome about Wink Martindale's defense, because you just don't know. Baker's confused. McCaffrey's back there with him. They have Ian Thomas helping out at the tight end position. They have Shi Smith and DJ Moore, I believe, to the left. And then Robbie Anderson is underneath here. So we'll let the play develop, and we'll break it down. All right. So quick sack there for Julian Love. What goes wrong for Carolina? Number 1, they don't account for the extra man, right? This formation right here, I mean, you're not – Shi Smith should have been motioned in to help chip this extra blocker, right? But at that point, the Carolina Panthers choose to elect to leave him out there. And yes, he does look open from first glance, but he really doesn't get open. So, again, watch. O'Shane Ximenez, Darnay Holmes, go back immediately. Jihad Ward, not so long after. And this confuses the defense so much. They just don't know what's going to happen. And then first round pick Ike Ekwonu absolutely whiffs this block on Julian Love. He comes way too late. What is Ike doing on this play, right? Who else is there to block? Who else is there? It's Julian Love. That's who you have to block. It's a 5'10", 5'11" defensive back that you should easily be able to pancake. But the fact that Wings defense is so confusing, the Panthers are just caught off guard. Love sneaks through. Ekwonu gets there too late. Baker, you see his foot. He's trying to step up. He realizes he can't. He's caught in a pretzel. He steps up right into the sack. And that's how the Giants wound up winning this football game. Winning plays from the offense late and a defensive performance that was, quite frankly, remarkable. The Giants are 2-0, and that's the film breakdown for the week. One other thing I want to tack on at the end of this video, you notice not a lot of linebackers out there on Sunday. The Giants did sign Jalen Smith earlier this week already, and they worked out another veteran linebacker today in Joe Schobert. Joe Schobert is a former Cleveland Brown. He's a former Pittsburgh Steeler. He's currently on the Broncos practice squad, but the Giants might sign him to the active roster off the Broncos practice squad because they're looking for a Blake Martinez replacement. And I spoke to a Steelers fan today saying he really liked Joe Schobert. He was just making too much money for the Pittsburgh Steelers to keep him with their current salary cap situation. Joe Schobert was a Pro Bowler back in 2017 and was the co-leader in NFL tackles across the entire NFL. So it was not so long ago that Joe Schobert was an elite linebacker in this league, and he still has some game left in him. Relatively young, not anything too young, but I believe he's 29 now. He's only 28. I just looked it up. So this is a player the Giants can absolutely bring in and contribute to this defense. Folks, if you like what you watch, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter as well for daily New York Football Giants content. Ring the bell for notifications. Hit that subscribe button. Appreciate you all. Without further ado, let's go Big Blue.